The pecan, indigenous to North America from the Mississippi River Valley to West Texas and Mexico. This rich, succulent nut was once exclusively an important part of the diet of the Native Americans who roamed the continent, until its fame spread and the pecan became prized throughout the world. Now, some of the finest pecans on the planet are grown in Australia by Stahmann farms, whose founding father pioneered modern pecan farming in the early 1930s. This interactive CD-ROM has been created to allow you to see for yourself just why Australian pecans from Stahmann farms are pecan perfection. The foundation for Stahmann Farms was laid by the father of present director Dean Stahmann when he pioneered modern pecan farming in the early 1930s at Las Cruces in southern USA. An American dream of supplying fresh, quality pecans all year round became an Australian reality when Dean and his family first established a pilot farm, Las Piedras, near Gatton in Queensland. Followed in 1968 by Trawalla, a 700-hectare farm at Moree in New South Wales. The conditions at Trawalla are made to order for producing perfect pecans. Mature 30-year-old trees thrive in 8 to 10 metres of well-drained alluvial soils. Thorough irrigation through the critical summer growing period uses pure water from the Guida River bordering the property. The climate is ideal, with low pest pressure, effective natural biological control, and zero insecticide requirements. This nature's balance of trees, soil, water and climate generates the world's highest yields of fresh, delicious pecans. But while nature plays its part, so do we. Tree development is closely monitored, particularly during the growing season, and specialised machinery is brought into play at appropriate times. Intensive pruning optimises sunlight within the orchard, which in turn improves nut size, quality and yield. At harvest time, the nuts are carefully shaken from the tree. Collected by a mechanical harvester, separated from leaves and twigs, then washed, dried and graded before shipment in clean, bulk semi-tippers to our shelling plant at Toowoomba in southeast Queensland. Our state-of-the-art plant in Toowoomba is Australia's largest processor of pecans, employing more than 100 staff to handle in excess of 2,000 in-shell tonnes of nuts annually. Pecans arriving from the farm are first stored in holding silos. From here, they are carefully weighed and sorted into 4 different sizes. Next, segregated by size and variety. The nuts are binned and stored in frozen or cold storage. Our dehumidified cold rooms each have a capacity of over 1,000 tonnes of nut in shell, and our freezers a capacity of over 1,000 tonnes of nut in shell each. This temperature-controlled storage means we can hold nuts for extended periods and process up to 2 years after harvest without compromising freshness or quality. Before processing commences, the nuts are first allowed to reach ambient air temperature. They are emptied into a box rollover. Then passed through an air leg to remove the substandard nuts we term blowouts. A washing and conditioning process follows to remove impurities, control bacteria, and to raise the moisture content of the kernel prior to cracking. Up to 24 hours soaking. The nuts are cracked, shelled, sized, and dried to reduce moisture content for optimum shelf life. From here, another sizing process follows. Then, air separation of shell and kernel. Finally, the kernels are colour sorted to eliminate the darker, poor quality kernels, as well as any shell fragments. And the premium grade pecans sent onto cold storage to await further processing. From cold storage, the nuts are now fed to the finishing room, where a number of processes supervised by skilled checkers serves to eliminate any shell fragments and ensure that only the highest possible quality pecans with the correct moisture content are passed for packaging. On the fully automated bulk packaging line, the pecans are weighed, gas flushed and vacuum packed. Identified and random checked for quality before once more being placed in cold storage to await shipment. The plant is highly efficient, averaging an output of 1 tonne per hour, 24 hours a day, with a processing loss of less than 3%. We regard standards of quality, food safety and hygiene as critical to our reputation for producing the world's finest pecans. So our aim is to not only meet, but exceed our customers' expectations. The Stahmann Farm's Quality Assurance Laboratory is accredited to the HACCP management system and samples and tests our product on a continual basis to ensure it meets the stringent parameters of international quality standards. For nut-in-shell and value-adding customers, our microbiological laboratory provides an additional service that verifies that finished, packed products were produced under hygienic conditions and are safe to eat. To maintain our high standards of hygiene, the plant undergoes a major cleanup each week, ensuring it is always spotlessly clean and free from bacteria. The outstanding quality of our pecans has captured not only the Australian market, but gained enormous popularity overseas, with our annual export destinations including Europe, Japan, Southeast Asia, New Zealand and the United States. Our pecans are marketed in a diverse product range, from the familiar retail packs of Stahmann Farms, which is found in supermarkets, to specialty packs for seasonal occasions and overseas, to the bulk supplies to major manufacturers of bakery items, confectionery, oils, ice cream and health foods. We have prided ourselves on delivering innovation with our products, from traditional cakes and biscuits, flavoured nuts and our stuffing mixes. When you see Stahmann Farms on a product, you can be guaranteed its quality. The business prides itself on exceeding every customer's expectation all of the time, and that is the best way to grow the business. In developing new products, it is always about our customer and the consumer. It is our way of doing things. While raw pecan production and bulk supply remains a core part of our business, value adding has become a very significant part of Stahmann operations and holds the promise of considerable future growth. Our VA Centre is one of the best facilities of its type in Australia. Operated by a dedicated professional production team committed to the highest standards of quality, the VA Centre provides a wide range of services. These include processing, dry roasting, baking, flavouring and coating, dicing and screening, grading, waxing and polishing, retail and bulk packaging for both domestic and export markets, and warehousing. The capabilities of our value-adding centre are well suited to the mission of exploiting the full potential of new pecan products and will play a key role as Stahmann Farms moves further into the realms of the snack, health and gourmet markets. Rich, creamy, succulent pecans are a versatile nut, which makes them a standalone taste treat or as a great addition to create something special such as an Asian stir-fry or salad, casseroles, and in pies, cakes and cookies. Like all fresh nuts, pecans are included in the Eat Most portion of Nutrition Australia's healthy eating pyramid. From breakfast and mid-morning snacks to lunch, dinner and dessert, Stahmann's farm fresh pecans are the perfect complement to any meal. Pecans are a great source of fibre and packed with protein. And because pecans have a low GI, they can help to manage weight by satisfying your hunger for longer. It's amazing where a handful of Stahmann pecans and a little imagination can take you. To provide some inspiration for adding the pecan touch, we have a collection of our own exclusive pecan recipes.